What's going on here? 10 seconds in the cassette, and I'm planning. I'm planning. You see, I come into a video. This is what it's all about. For me, it's 12:44 on a Sunday morning. I haven't done squat dip. Okay, I'm sitting here holding a little piece of ginger. Oh, is that spicy? But that's good. And I'm holding this book to block the sun. The sun is in my way. I can't see anything. Tom, Dick, and Harry. TDH, time heaven, delta angle, the delta angle, the elephant. Closer to earth, the silvery look, closer to me, the elephant. And you can see I'm only holding a book and the sun is coming in from the outside. It ain't no trick. It ain't no trick, my friends, that the sun is ruining everything. Sun is ruining everything. Everything else is fine in the house until that sun. That extra zetz, right? Zeta, but in Hebrew they would call it the zetz, the extra shot of light from the A to the E world. Once you got A and E, 3 is spinning the disk, or it's the space to let in the light. The one hole has multiple things it can do. It can be a barber pole. You can stand on it, go up. You can be in the middle and be screwing down. While you're screwing up, you can be screwing down. How is that possible? Well, in the center, they just changed the angles of the arms. Instead of them looking like they're going up while it's screwing, you're going down. You're screwed. I'm sitting here on Sunday making cutouts. What color is this? I'm making cutouts. I'm sitting here making cutouts, and I was looking over the deck of cards, and I was saying to myself like this. Here is the 9 card. Okay, and here's the 10 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I will say the car and the arc. Okay, do you understand the arc here and the arc here? They're the same. The 10 is this. This is the normal. This is not a normal 9. This is not like the other 9s. The ace hole is missing inside of this. That means this one must be the passage of the light. The light of what? The light of everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposites, opposites, opposites. Together as a group. Do you understand? They're levels. These 2 levels are going down. These 2 levels are going up. What gets done in the card? 9 and 8. 0 equals 6. This one equals 25. King and Queen is the 12th and 13th letter. They equal 25. So the combination of these 2 cards together come to equal 25. Every card that approaches 10. But don't forget, you see this? This is the extra area of 10. This is one side, this is the other side. But 10, when you show 3 of them, do you understand? The third one should be in the middle. We can't have the third one in the middle because the minute you open the 0, there's a left side, and there's a right side, and there's a top and a bottom. 360 degrees by 4 areas. 4, 6, and 10. 10 to the left, 10 to the right, 20. 0, they are caught in between. 0, they are caught in between. The center heart of the 25 around green of the darts. They come in 10 and 10. Don't look at this as that. 10 and 10. That's 20. Okay? Minus 6 is 14. Plus 6, okay, is 26. Since we have to go plus 6, we end up onto this side of the card. Plus 6 is 26 from this one. And this one is the same thing. 10 and 10 is 20. 10 and 6. Do you understand? But the totality of these 2 is 20. So it's 10 and 6 and 20 and 6. 26 and 16 is 42. This automatically says I am 5 and 9, and the numerological count for NINE is 42, and for FIVE is also 42. To understand that NINE, N-I-N, okay, E. N is the 5th letter, I is the 9th letter, N-E. 5595, 5595, the theory of relativity of 1776 of 72 parts. times 24 is 1776, in which 72 parts would be at the actual time, and the other 2 has to be for the return time. Instead of being 58, it was for the secondary world. It was now 60. Now, I can't get into that. 60 is the diamond world. 50 plus 10, 60. So now we see that the 7 card, okay, the 7 card is exactly like the other card. But take a look at this 7 card. Okay, the more I move back, the more this image seems to be no face and just angles. 1 tail, 2 arms. He is the Y of I. Why is he the Y of I? Because he's got a head at the end of the tail. He's got a head at the end of the tail, which is the dot, the head of the line, making the I. If it was a curved head, it would be the 1. He'd be leaning over. He'd come from tsunami or Tunia, whatever you call it. Don't forget it. The reason for tuna is for Tunisia. They're talking about the tuna on the other side of the world, and all the way I'm brought to Tunisia because of the tuna. That's how they work. Things that don't fit end up fitting because something in it relates. That's how I do my work. I do cutouts, and then I stick them on the wall because I can, because I have nothing else to do. Let me tell you a little bit about Mary Jane. Okay, Mary Jane can do a lot of things to different people, and everybody has their own explanation. I'm just going to give you one reality of it, okay, just a piece of it. You get a little bit stoned, and you want to feel stoned. You don't want to act like you're not stoned. You want to act like you are stoned. You want to go into the vibration. You don't want to disturb the vibration. You smoke to go somewhere. Don't act not stoned. Didn't say stoned doesn't mean don't be stupid. Don't be a fool. So you're stoned and you're feeling it. And it starts to vibrate. And all of a sudden, certain things don't matter anymore. And because all these doorways don't matter anymore, you open up that doorway to spirituality. You go into a whole new world. Pretend that there is a computer somewhere out there and it's sending vibrations through whatever it is in the air, in the vibration of the earth, whether it comes from the sun, it doesn't matter where it comes from. The system in the area we are, 432, will always come down to the roundabout of Fibonacci. As just partaking right now within my mind about Fibonacci, what happens in Fibonacci is it filters out everything that is not real to the body's matrix. So instead of filtering out and in, it's filtering now in, and all the vibrations I'm feeling in my body are being filtered until all it can let in is what is good, what is left, what the body needs to survive. But in between, even if it filters out, it will only average and filter it out at the same time. Because if you do anything in your own life that brings in this vibration, it will connect to what you have personally done to bring it in, not to let you see the reality, but the reality you chose to see. Fibonacci, the barber's pole, okay? You eat, the food goes down, and up comes the light. The food goes down, and out comes the light. The eensy-weensy spider went down the water spout. Out came the rain and washed out came the sun and washed the spider out. Now I sing upside down because I'm not sure of the song, but the beat just for me is what made my brain run along. I don't need that eye. That eye is doing something else. All I need is this eye. I can see perfectly well, and I can see in my head also. I was in the shower yesterday. I looked down and over to the left while the water was hitting onto the back of my head, and I was able to see a board. It was just a flat board. When I looked up to the right, it seemed to disappear, the angle. But as I went down to the bottom, the board seemed to turn around, and it seemed like I was looking right at it. Bottom left. Bottom left. Close your eyes in the shower. Rub them a little bit and start to see the light. Look within your own self. Your third eye is the only eye, the eye of perception, the eye of choice. 2 eyes see one understanding. The reality you create within the other eye, in between the deciding, the decision before you share, the action, the verb, the noun, the adjective within one's mind. Now, I don't know all English and Whatever else, I'm not interested in how I speak. I just want to know that the words I choose are understood. However you want to spell them, well, according to whatever we draw and hang to. Anyways, listen, okay. That's what I wanted to say, Mary Jane, okay? She helps you vibrate. You need to get that little bit of buzz. And then when she goes away, she goes away. You let her go. You go into that zone, get that information, my friends. But if you don't smoke, that's okay. The cigarette almost does the same thing because when you don't have that cigarette, it's almost like the complete vibration, but more on the outside, other than what Mary Jane does on the inside. And all the chemicals that are in the cigarettes, well, it makes it, well, like you're not even smoking a cigarette anymore. You're smoking drugs, man. You're smoking drugs. It's all chemicals, my friend. It's retarded. It's totally retarded. I don't smoke cigarettes not because I don't want to smoke, because it's turned into drugs and chemicals, and not really into those chemicals. You know what I'm saying? We're all chemicals and drugs. Keep eating whatever you eat from the garden. It's a drug and a chemical, okay? And I'm talking ones the scientists come together and heat it and boil it and warm it up. My body has a steady temperature of bursts and explosions, combusting everything that of the reality in my mind. If I sound like I'm not saying, because I'm trying to keep up the quick motion, right? But in all reality is right now, Nibiru is number 73. The wing is number 73. The chicken is on the top of the roof. If they say they put the highest ornament on the top of the roof, then the chicken at the top of the roof happens to speak for Nibiru, the winged planet. That Nibiru's wings, or little Nibiru's wings, have all been clipped on this planet Earth as us. And that's why the chicken is at the top of every single church with the only point to the matter of anything, because it's cock-a-doodle-doo, and I can tell the time too. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus, but never to forget and to honor forever, which could be the chicken breast of the chicken cock-a-doodle-doo, might be just Nibiru. In other words, coming from above or Atlantis from below. This earth is more than 10,000 years old, and we've been doing this over and over again. We've been invited back to the game as people inside the realm we live right now. Okay? Is it our first life? Probably not. Probably definitely not. Maybe in this system, but I doubt it. I think we were here before. I think, in fact, we were the ones to come around for the third time. This is like the ninth inning. In the ninth inning, if nobody has made a hit, even the pitcher, okay, might see his third at bat in the game. But if you're the road team, okay, if you're the home team and you are winning 1-0 into the ninth inning, okay, the game is over. There is no ninth inning. The pitcher and the catcher, okay, the pitcher and the catcher never get to see their third at bat. 7 men get to strike. 7 men get to go. 7 men strike out 21 times. The 8th one hits a home run. Okay, let's go 8 innings. Okay, 8 innings. 8 innings, 3 outs. 24 outs plus the home run is 25. There's 27 in the game. Number 8 catcher and number 9 pitcher. Today and tomorrow never get to see a third at bat. Do you understand? Today and tomorrow, and Abbott and Costello never get to see an 8th and a 9 at bat. Or if you want to use the designated hitter, number 48 is spaced, the 48th part of the Super Bowl. Do you want to get into this? I learn something all the time, and I learned this just right now. The other team, being the road team, will send everybody to the plate 3 times. So that means the pitcher and the catcher in the team would get 5 and 5 today and tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. Yesterday. Who is yesterday? It is today and tomorrow. Tomorrow is pitching. Today is catching. Is there a tomorrow in the game? I know there was a tomorrow. I'd have to look that up. Raphael, 7286, just because I found one thing. And the only way to recreate 19 is 1 times 9 is 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. 19. 19 is the world of 666. 666 because the letter R, the 18th letter is the A is in the A family, the 18th letter, and the 8th, H, is in the 18th family. 1 and 8 lives in the heaven. The letter R, 666. Roi, in French for king, the letter R. The three worlds of 666. The three worlds of 555. 5 and 6, 5 and 6, 5 and 6. 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 4 and 5. Why? Because 6 is on the right to the 5. 4 is to the left. 4 shows the four corners of 5 and 6. 6 retains the belt between 5 and 6, in which 4 is the four corners of 5, which holds the belt. 6 plays from the inside here, and 4 plays from the outside here, unless you're in the 9 key over here, in which 4 plays from here and 4 plays from here, and you have two sets of 4, 4, and 4 in the center, 4, 4, 4, to the one birthright. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus, games people play, sports, arenas, shapes, sizes, time, divisions, evasions, things shared, okay, in any way. A and I, Syria, A and I, Russia, A and I, Malaysia, artificial intelligence, Asia. A and I is 1 and 9, 1 and 9, 9 and 10 and 7, 9 and 10 and 7, 9 and 10 and 7. The only thing we can do with that 0, we got to split it in half. So take number 1, shove it in the middle of 0. But you can't do that because you don't want to chop it to two sides. And if you do, you put a dot. If you want it to stay together, you put a dot saying, I bring the two sides together. And if I do, it's on the 9 and the 0 key on your keyboard. And I better stop right here because it doesn't stop and I don't want to go too fast and nobody can understand. So I'm going to just do it now. I don't know anything at all. I give you a story. You watch a story. You have your own perception and judgment from whatever it is, or maybe you couldn't care less. But whatever it is, it is. It just is. I don't want to make like I know anything, because I know nothing. I only know what I tried to do, and what I know I see. Can I explain exactly what I see inside me so that you can exactly envision it by you? Or then if you can envision it by you, you can probably say, this guy's trying real hard, but he ain't going anywhere and he sees nothing. So I understand all this. I go through this every day. I have to understand it. I have to understand all the levels. If it's good for nothing, it's good for nothing. I feel good. Let it start there. Let's say I'm coloring, but I'm coloring with my mouth. And the screen and your ears are painting a picture. Raphael, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you.